Oh, I see. Another butter machine has entered the chat. Yeah, hey guys, welcome back to the channel, the Swiss 001 video. Today we are back on board a, I think, very special and underrated aircraft, the A340 by Airbus. Yes, this is actually a brand new add-on model here for the Flight Simulator X plane that came out, I think, yesterday, which is actually a very interesting thing because recently I talked about the A340 and especially the fact that before there were no, proper aircraft models to download for the Flight Simulator. I mean, this is what the models that we had so far looked like. Not particularly good from the outside, but from the inside, it's actually quite scary. Look at the pilots drawn into the cockpit. I mean, even we as the captain are drawn in and it's genuinely scary. I don't know if I'm gonna, oh my god, this is even weirder now. The more I look at this cockpit, the worse it gets. That's just great to see. Yeah, so it's great to actually finally have the A340 as a proper flight simulator model indeed. I mean, genuinely, I've said this quite a few times already. The A340 never really got the love it deserved, especially compared to its brother, the A330, which is kind of pretty much the same, but with two engines and, more economical and everything. So, yeah. I mean, just comparing the production numbers of the A340 to the A330, only 380 A340s were built, whereas there have been 1,500 A330s built. And it's even getting a neo version, the A330. The A340 is very much dying out. They haven't been produced for a while, since 2011. Oh my god. Yep, A340 is slowly dying out, even though I do kind of like it. And, well, one of the things I really like about the A340 is the landing gear design. This is actually what it looks like, very much tilted landing gear. Yes, we've talked a lot about tilted landing gear on the channel recently. The A330 also has it, but this one is even quite a bit cooler. As you can see, we have the normal main landing gear that you can also find on the A330, but there's also this middle landing gear part that is also tilted, but backwards. Why am I describing it? You can obviously see it. You have eyes. Most of you have eyes. Anyway, the design of, tilted landing gear was probably the best invention ever on aviation. Yep. Probably in the whole world, pretty much. I think the actual use of tilted landing gear is obviously for the whole thing to fit into the pretty, cramped fuselage of a big aircraft, but it also looks so satisfying on touchdown. So just go ahead and get this plane landed. This is why we actually call these planes that have tilted landing gear butter machines, because they are butter machines. Pretty much any landing they do, they look super smooth. Oh, just edit that out. And oh, did you hear that? I think there was some people screaming here. Great. Okay, that's been a pretty hard landing actually, but this is actually quite short runway. Let's go ahead and use the whole stopping performance that we have here with this big plane. This is actually quite a big plane now. Oh, wait, don't overrun. Okay, this is gonna be very bad. I guess we need a bit of a longer runway for this plane. I mean, yeah, it's a big plane, of course it needs a long runway. Great. But I guess we can have a little bit of a glimpse of what the, betterness of this butter machine really is going to be like. Even this kind of hard landing, 500 feet per minute of touchdown, looked very, very smooth. Let's maybe try a longer runway. That's a little bit, yeah. Now, while we're doing this smooth landing thing, let's also talk a little bit about, how good this add-on really is. This is a $60 add-on from Jar Design. The thing is, Jar Design, we've already known it for a while, had a few differences with it. The A330 that they've done before wasn't all too good for $60. It is a little bit overpriced for what you get. It's a little bit unstable as well. For example, just gonna do this right here. When you spawn into an approach, 3 nautical mile approach or something in the A340, then the whole thing basically dies. It crashes. All right, let's just go ahead and spawn in just calmly. Anyway, we are now back in the desert of California at Edwards Air Force Base. I mean, I hope that's gonna work. I mean, even the space shuttle could land here. So let's just hope. I mean, what I do actually like, though, about this, add-on aircraft is that it just really flies like an Airbus does, or would do. It's just sometimes, it has a bit of a mind of its own, the computer working the fly-by-wire, kind of controlling what you do. Between you and the aircraft controls, there is still this computer that's just kind of, making sure you don't mess up. Let's just go in for a landing. Maybe make it smooth. Come on. Now. Okay. That's been acceptably smooth. It's very beautiful to look at this aircraft when it lands. There we go. Let's go very up close. That is super nice. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Not been all too bad. I think we can beat that, but that's really fine. Now, back talking about the add-on aircraft, should you buy it? I mean, what I can see really is that most switches have just broken the APU. Great, but what I can see really is that most of these switches, actually, pretty much all of these switches work. Damn. So, you know, if we kind of overlook the pretty bad quality of the texture here, yeah, this is really not good. You can see this is actually pretty nice. Data load, I don't even know what that does. It's actually quite scary. Engine ground power, reading light. Oh, glad that works. There we go. Even turns on. It's absolutely awesome. I mean, that's really nice to see. And oh wow, the reverse thrust of this aircraft is quite strong, isn't it? Holy moly, we can go backwards. Great. Anyway, we still have a bit of a challenge going on, landing the A340 as smoothly as possible. And I am not really being successful at it. That's great. Yes, 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 yes! Got it! Yes, absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to see that touchdown here with a tilted landing gear, double tilted landing gear. Look how long it took for actually all of it to come down. Look, it stayed up in the air for a long time. Actually, the landing gear animations aren't even that good. Yeah, it does take a bit of a while for it all to come down to the ground, but it's really good, really nice to look at still. But oh, this is what I mean. Maybe it's just X-Plane that just crashes all the time, but this is weird. But there's still one very big thing about this aircraft, or with this aircraft, and that is the stopping performance. Because we weren't able to land at Sedona Airport, 1,500 meter long runway. We've really got to figure that out. Is that really all this plane can do? Like, does it need a long runway or something, or did I just mess the landing up completely? So we're actually approaching right now Lugano Airport, and we are very fast, actually. We're over speeding. That's great. Yeah, this plane doesn't even slow down very much. It's, yeah, not really brakey, but that's coming for a bit of a fast landing, which should also be, you know, somewhat doable on this 1,500 meter long runway that this thing has. It's coming for a landing. Oh my god, that's been hard. Let's go ahead and, well, the only thing we could really care now is stopping about, you know, that was a very messed up sentence. Let's go ahead and stop indeed. Come on. Full power. There we go. Very good. I'm sorry. There we go. Let's spin a landing. Okay. So if we go for like 100% stopping power, then it's, I think, better. Yeah. All right. Come on. There we go. Quite an early touchdown, making sure to use every inch of this not all too long runway just so that we don't die. Great. A very hard landing. Quite a bit of a price to pay to just stop at the Mole Airport. Actually, the stopping performance isn't all too bad. Great. So yeah, this is the A340 by Jar Design. Pretty good aircraft. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, as always. Good night. Now, thank you to my members here on YouTube like Block, Emite, Mubarak, Mike, Ethan, Darren, Stefan, Ian, Oman the Human, Rafael Burkowski, Junk in the Trunk, Moritz, Toby, Great Grandpa John, Government Pasta, Calamity Airlines, Kelly Chaos, New York, Tyler Park, Cheese Doritos, Shadow, Anime Planes 001, X-Men Show, Deslama, Featuring Kellen, Me By You, Captain Cameron, Spiro, Gary, Norwegian, Bajel, and